G'day everyone, Connor here from CW's Tech Reviews, back with another video. And today we're doing my review of the Oppo R11s camera. Looking forward to this one. Done a lot of testing on it, taken a lot of photos on it. I've got some really good things to say about it. So, hit the like button and the subscribe button and let's get started. Now the first thing I want to bring to your attention is the layout of the camera. When you open the camera app up, it looks like an iPhone. Ready? 3, 2, 1. iPhone. Swipe, and you've got all the iPhone settings right there in front of you. It looks very much like the iPhone. Again, I say this a million times, that's what Oppo want to do. We just got to get over it. The camera itself is pretty good. Now, it's pretty straightforward, right? Swipe this way, swipe that way. HDR mode up the top. Video mode, and video you've got 720p, 1080p and 4K, and there's a link to a video here where I compare those, front and back cameras. Then you've got your front camera, time-lapse, video, photo, beauty mode. I need beauty mode more than you know it, and then pan. So you can take like a wide angle selfie. But don't muck around with that. You've got to stay too still and all that sort of thing. So I just use beauty mode for the front facing camera, or normal mode, or video. And then for the rear facing camera, I'm either on video, photo, or portrait mode. I didn't really play around with expert mode. I didn't think it added anything extra to the camera app. But the camera app is very good in auto mode. And here's some examples here. Here is the first one I'm looking at is the punnet of strawberries. Everything looks nice and well saturated, good colours in it. Nothing's oversaturated or undersaturated. The contrast isn't too bad. The focus is on the strawberries. They look well in focus, and the background is a little bit blurry. That gives it that nice effect. Next photo here is a bit of a wide angle, you could say. So I've got the playground in the foreground with all those nice colours, and they're all popping nicely. You can see the oranges, the yellows, the blues. Looks really nice. And then in the background, you've got the mountain, and I really like it. I think Oppo's camera has done a great job with this photo. You can see everything that you need to see. It was actually raining, which is why it looks a bit misty in the background. So it's captured that well as well. Again, saturation's good. Good lighting. I mean, it's a cloudy day, but it's outside, so you've got really good lighting. The photos are really nice. Now here's where the camera starts to shine. It's when you're taking portraits or selfies, and you really do get some nice photos in this mode. Now, with beauty mode, you want to pull it right back down to 0. You really don't want to have it too high. You just look too fake and cartoony. But here you can see with the rear of the camera, I've focused in on my young daughter here. Great looking focus on her, and the background looks nicely blurred. This one's taken in portrait mode. And as you can see, the focus is on the little one, and the background is completely blurred. Some really nice bokeh there. Now, yes, that's done with the two cameras here. You've got the 20 megapixel and the 16 megapixel, and they work together to make that happen. Now, that blurry background could be done with a 2 megapixel camera. I don't know why they've gone 16, but they have. But this is the result. I'm really happy with that. I think that looks great, and I could take these photos all day, send them to people, put them up on social media, and be more than happy with them. Here's another one. Again, this is where the camera really shines. It's taking those close-ups of a person or a pet. Here is a figurine, which could be mistaken for a person. So as you can see, the background is really well blurred out. Looks quite fantastic if you ask me, for the price range that we're looking at. I'm really happy with that. Here is a landscape shot of a mountain I climbed up recently, and as you can see, the sun's setting. You've got beautiful contrast. Nothing's really too blown out. Hdr works well, but it's a little bit could be a little bit better, but it's working well. And as you can see here, you've got the light shining. You still got some footage in the shadows there that you can see. A little bit of tweaking, that would look fine. Selfie camera, here we go. Probably not enough beauty effect on this one, obviously. But as you can see, nice photo taken. things are in focus, the background's a little bit blurry. That's what you expect from a selfie camera. 20 megapixel selfie camera. Indoor, so low light, portrait mode, again, foreground's really in focus, background's nice and out of focus and blurry and add some good colour. Again, this is extreme mode, but as you can see, it's got most of me in focus. I'm happy with that. Now, someone did say that I didn't smile enough in selfies, so I think I might have been having a bit of fun with these photos here. Another portrait. I don't think there's really any problems with this camera. The price range and the quality of photos you get out of this camera are really good. Now, on the phone itself, when I took the photos, they looked a little bit undersaturated. But once I put them on the computer, the saturation actually looked fine and they didn't need editing at all. And this is an example of that. So, indoor lighting, Hdr's works quite well. People are moving around, you can make out what's happening. I mean, I'm really impressed with that photo. So there you've got your portraits, the outdoor photos, the low light indoor photos, the low light outdoor photos, all looking really good. I really don't think you're going to be very unhappy with the camera of the Oppo R11s. You do have everything you need there. Now, one of the things I will mention is you do have to go into your settings. Again, they've done this a bit like Apple. And here's the camera settings in here. So you have to dig deep into your phone settings to be able to adjust some of these settings. Apple does that and it's terrible. And Oppo, you didn't have to copy the bad parts of Apple. Fair enough copying the good parts, but copying the bad parts is a little bit stupid. Volume button, whether it's shutter or not, volume, shutter or zoom, shutter sound, you can turn your location settings on, have your rule of thirds grid on as well, flip the selfie and add a watermark. So that's deep in the settings of the phone settings, not the camera. You actually have to leave the camera app, go into your phone settings, find that camera app in the settings and then adjust those. So that's been the only downfall. Other than that, for the price range, for this camera, for the, what do we got? 56 megapixels in total on the Oppo R11s. I think you'll be really happy with it. I would probably use this phone as my daily driver if it was waterproof. I live in Australia, in Queensland, a lot of swimming, a lot of rain, a lot of torrential rain, and then it's dry, but a lot of swimming as well. So I do like that waterproofing that I get with the flagships. That's probably why I will not use this as my daily driver. The camera's good enough for me. That's the most important thing for me on any device is the camera. Oppo R11s is up there. You will not be disappointed with it. That's my review on the Oppo R11s camera. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you pop in again for the next video and I'll catch you then. Check out.